Hello everybody and welcome to my first impression of ArcheAge Online. As you can see, this is the select race screen. This race is called Nvdia, where I hope I pronounced that very well. The Nvdians are humans, as you can see. And of course, like in every game, there is a male and a female character. This guy looks very fancy, by the way, with his armor. Like warrior paladin-ish. But that's my personal opinion. The next race you can pick is of course elves. Unlike in every game, there is an elf. At this point I found out that if you wiggle a little bit with the character, the boobs wiggle as well. Maybe too much information, but I thought it was kind of funny. And also the male type elves look very gay. The third race is called Firin. Firins are characters that could have walked away from the musical Cats. They're cat-like people. Jungle-ish people, I can say. And the last race is called Harani, which is also human, and they could have walked away out of a Chinese circus, as you can see, especially the male type. However, I think he could have been a bullfighter in Spain as well, if you give him a red cloth. Olé! I, however, for this video, first thought to be picking a Firin, because I thought it would be interesting, but in the end I decided to go for Harani and give it a human touch. Another amazing part of this game is the character customization. As you can see, there is a lot of options how to customize your character so you can make it your own. I myself found this very nice. It's not like a standard character where you see 100,000 walking around in this game. You can make this girl, in this case, yours. Separate hairstyle, hair color. You can change the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the shape of the head. You can actually change the way the skin looks, like it's younger or older. You can give her a scar in the face. You can do so many things, as you can see while this video continues. And for me, this already is a good start, because every MMO must have their own signature, and a lot of MMOs have one similar thing, and that is that the characters look very much like each other, so there is no real difference in it. And then ArcheAge Online, they actually try to make a difference in it. I like it. I also love that part in Final Fantasy XIV. They had a really nice character customization where you could make it yours. But for me, this is a good start of this game, and yeah, I'm positive right now. I'm really positive. It is giving me a good feeling, a good vibe, and I enjoy customizing around. I really did something really fast at this point, so the video wouldn't be that long. Otherwise, I could spend hours just customizing my character into detail to make it mine. After the character customization, you can select your skill set. And this game actually has 6 primary skill sets. Battle Rage, which includes powerful blows and inflicting devastating damage to your enemy or buffing a warrior. The second skill set is called Sorcery. You can use elemental spells that cause damage, of course. The third one is called Archery, and actually, well, this hopefully develops you to be a very skilled archer. The fourth one is called Vitalism. Yeah, well, if you're up to it, this will actually make you a very skilled healer, so you can save lives. The fifth one is called Occultism. You will yeah, I'm not saying. You will discover the mysteries of the underworld. I think that's the best way to describe it. And the last one is shadow play, which kind of looks like being a rogue, but it's a subtle and clever way to kill people by a lot of tricks. I myself have picked for this character occultism because I was very curious about it. So yeah, we'll see what happens. It is a short character selection screen, so you can see you can have 4 characters on the server, and this is the start button. So let's start it.
Harani never fight a battle they cannot win. Even centuries ago, during the war between gods and heroes, the other races were destroyed. But the peoples now called Harani were smarter. They knew when to fight and when to pull back, when to survive. Though their palaces on Auroria were razed to dust, this one people remained intact. The goddess Nvdia tried to save everyone caught in the war, regardless of race. But neither fighting nor fleeing side by side could turn such disparate empires into a family. The survivalists built a new kingdom in their new lands. But again, it was destroyed. Now by an upstart prince. Did they take revenge? Again, no. This prince was powerful, and survivalists do not fight losing battles. They burned their broken flags, left their temples to the wilds, and changed their dynasty. Reborn as Harani, they began building a new and grander kingdom. Surviving and flourishing is the ultimate revenge. Enemies must watch you rise above them. The newborn empire contained barren savannas, verdant plains, icy peaks, and sun-baked plateaus. It was the largest empire built by any race since the Great Exile. It came to rival Auroria in both beauty and prosperity. Then, disaster. The Empress died, and her sole heir vanished. Rival factions split the empire. Many abandoned their homes in the jungle capital. It wasn't seen as a risky move. True survivalists can survive anywhere. Perhaps criminals like the Shadowhawks are the other side of this coin. They too do whatever it takes to survive, to profit, to flourish. They will deal with anyone from king to beggar, knight to thief. What most Harani don't know is that this crime guild carries their true name. On Auroria before the war, the most glorious and legendary survivors were known as Shadowhawks.
The WASD keys move your character, and the mouse buttons control the camera and the view.
Well, thank you for the tutorial game, but I don't need it, so I'm gonna close it. Because as a regular MMO player, I already have some experience with the movement and controls. But it is a really nice system for people that don't have a clue what they are doing. As you can see, a lot of people are playing this right now, so that's a good sign. I mean, new people, new game, a lot of people playing, that's good. The questing, however, works similar. Exclamation marks for quests, question marks for delivery of the quest, and these kind of silent cinematics for the quest itself. And I am rather disappointed in this, because it is boring. You need to read it. They should have used voice acting to make that at least a little bit more comfortable or more amusing to watch. The questing itself is really easily done. There is a quest log on the right, there is an arrow in the middle, that's a quest tracker which shows you which direction you need to run for the quest that is marked red. Overall, the HUD is simple. There is your health in the middle, there is the health of the person that you selected, there is an area, there is of course the normal menu buttons, your spell buttons, the chat, and of course your progress bar. There is a big question mark, as you can see it's yellow, so it means I can deliver my quest here. And again, same thing, you get your rewards for it, but it's a cinematic of a guy that stands there like a mute, doesn't say a thing. Yeah, that's badly done. They should have used voice acting for that. But that's my personal opinion on it. Continuing, of course, with the game, I'm in a desert-like area. On another character, I already tried an elvish character, and that part of that scenery is in a forest, which looked really, really nice. And that brings me to the graphics of this game. I have to say they are amazing. Tryon and the developers, they did a really, really, really good job on the graphics. Pardon me, by the way, for the glitching. That's my graphics card. I'm sorry for that. It happens when I'm running fast. If I tap W twice, it makes you speed up. And you run faster, but it kinda not works the way it should. But the scenery and the graphic style, the overall look of this game, what can I say? It is beautiful. The fantasy feeling is perfect, and the areas are just amazing. Yeah, for me it's an 8.5, say 9 out of 10. They did a really, really splendid job, and it's running really, really good on a very old graphics card, because I'm running this on a GTX 480 and it looks really, really good. So thumbs up for the guys who made this game. It's just wonderful. The questing itself, well, it's questing. It's not special, nothing special actually. It's a very typical MMO layout. Talk to a guy, go dig a hole. Yeah, same old, same old. However, I am really looking forward to areas that I have not been yet, and I have to say the lore in this game is also fantastic. I think it's probably the first time I have enjoyed questing again in a couple of years. So yeah, I have to say they did a really good job. Is it uber amazing? No. I think it's around a 7.5 out of 10. But what can I say? It's an MMO, so questing is questing. You cannot expect anything else from it. The map on the right is pretty nice. It's always there. It's an overlay. It could be annoying for people, I can imagine that. I really like it because it gives me a clue where I am and where I need to go. So for me, it's not a problem. The quest tracking system is really nice because it gives colors to whatever quest is active. So on the right you see the quest log, and it just gives every quest a different color, and a different color also stands for a different arrow. So when I pick up the two quests over here, you will see that I get two different arrows which point into a different direction. So I can choose whether I go to the left or the right, or quest number 1 or quest number 2. I really like it. You don't need an add-on for this. It's just a standard something that's in the game. And it's clever. It's clever programming, I have to say that. Okay, so that's being said, that's the questing. There is a lot of other things in the game that, of course, on this low level I have not experienced yet. And that I'm talking about player housing and farms, guilds, and PvP. Also vehicles and mounts. Those things I have not experienced yet. What can I say about it? Well, not much, because I haven't experienced it yet, so I will not say a lot about it. What I've heard about it is really good things, especially the PvP appears to have fantastic battles. But that is something I can only judge when I experience it myself. Player housing, I have not seen it yet, but it seems to be that you can build stuff or houses and that vary from tiny cottages to huge mansions and castles. So, well, let's see about that. You know, I cannot say anything about that before I experienced it myself. What also is a point that I was very skeptical about is the market system that they have. I'm still afraid that it's going to be pay to win, though Tryon promises it's going to be pay to play, but that's something that we'll have to see over a larger amount of time to see what's going to happen. What you're going to see right now is the skill system. You can see that you can learn new skills at level 5 and then another new skill set at level 10. At this point I just earned 1 skill point and I upgraded something, and it automatically places itself into my spell bar. I want to do a closer look of the game and I want to go more into the skill set system, but I'm going to save that for another video, otherwise it will mess up my first impression of the game. For now, I think I covered everything that I wanted to say about this. The game as it stands, in my opinion, is really nice. I have faith in Trion that they will make it pay to play instead of pay to win. My opinion may of course be different to yours, but that's why it's my first impression. I'm saying how I feel, how the game is, and for me it's, I have to say overall it's an 8, 8.5, maybe even a 9 out of 10, but I can't say that for sure right now because I haven't seen the PvP system or the mounts, vehicles and stuff like that. Be gentle with me because this is my first impression. Sounds really weird, my first impression. Also, this is the first video I've done again in English in a very long time, so forgive me if I made any mistakes. Bear with me, help me, give me feedback, make my videos better, please. No, I hope you really enjoyed the video. Feel free to continue watching the video because I will show a little bit more of the questing itself and the area. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video, and I truly hope that you like this first impression of ArcheAge Online. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Though you couldn't place it, the man's tattoo looked incredibly familiar. Either you had seen it before, or it was the most powerful case of déjà vu that had ever struck you. The more you thought about it, the more your head screamed in protest. An image exploded into your mind. You recalled a man with obsidian hair giving you a uniform. A symbol embroidered on the shoulder mirrored the design of the sword hanging from his belt. Both the sword and embroidery perfectly matched the tattoo you just found on the dead man. You remembered feeling proud to wear that uniform, proud to truly be a part of something. Your headache flashed again, and the memory faded. You realized you'd never worn a uniform like that. What was going on? you recognized the name Shadowhawks as belonging to an infamous group of criminals. The organization was so powerful, many members didn't bother working undercover. They even wore uniforms, flaunting their crimes. But you also recognize the name Shadowhawk for other reasons. Your head pounded as more unfamiliar memories flashed in your vision. The memories centered around the dead man's tattoo. You saw it forged into a dagger handle. Felt yourself sliding the dagger between someone's ribs. Were you going crazy?